44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man, busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I did it, nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, up some solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They said you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but don't keep no secrets. Bitch with my niggas till the end, till that fluid part. If you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine in. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rape for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dog? Guns and butter, baby boy. UPK top, dog. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line into a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in that attic like they had Frank. They had that shit on lock until I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See I'm throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the gut, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show the skills, how I show the skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man, busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, up some solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They said you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the feel like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dog. So I brought these chimney strings. Coming like we coming, you can't even count. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till that fluid part. If you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine in. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, just women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told him I need major motion. Nigga, I'm joking. I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust. Now I'm too clean. Don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dog? Guns and butter, baby boy. UPK top, dog. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line into a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in the attic like they Air France. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See, I'm throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine here. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gonna show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel. I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it. Got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show the skills how I show the skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a made, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got Ray for real.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General YAHANNA, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General YAHANNA is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom. Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General YAHANNA, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General YAHANNA is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Salam. Yahweh Basham Yahweh Brakatah to the brothers, Yahweh Shama Ayalatan Basham Yahweh to the sisters. This is I.S.U.P.K. started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I.S.U.P.K. today is run by Commanding General YAHANNA, the man with the rank and the authority to be the leader of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, or natives. All right, welcome to our Sunday afternoon scripture breakdown class. this is where, sorry, this is where we break down the scriptures according to the Bible. So in the I.S.U.P.K, we tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. You are the Israelites of the Bible. You are the people that the Bible's. It's your descendants in the Bible. Something that your pastor will not tell you simply because you know you have the money to pay him and them Edens. So I to make the Edens and feel they have a part in God's holy plan when they don't, according to the scriptures. So your pastor is nothing but, there's a word worse than sellout. But that's what he is, selling you out. And the worst thing is that they're not even selling out you, they're selling out themselves too. All right, so what we're talking about today? We're talking about this. Hey, Shalom.
Hey, shalom, shalom. What's going on? YAHANNA to everybody.
How you doing?
Hey, we in there. We good. We're good, brother. How you feeling?
Why you coming on here teasing me like that, man? What's that you sipping, man?
Huh?
I said, why you teasing me like that? What's that you sipping, man?
Something light.
Something light.
Something light. Something light.
Yeah. Hey, there was a video that was out probably about 2 to 3 days ago. And this Edomite was saying Western civilization is the most decent civilization.
Right?
No, in that video, he didn't explain what makes it decent, but you know, in here, we say what the scriptures say. We follow the scriptures.
You know what made him say it's decent? It's the most decent?
Because it clean up, it make Esau look decent.
No. His forefathers killed so he could be able to say that. You know what I mean? For the right to say it. You know what I mean? It's like any rulership. You know, whenever you see a king, he's the most majestic, he's the most royal, he's your honor. Because his people killed so he could be able to say stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Could you imagine if, let's say, for example, Hitler won the war? The narrative would have changed. The narrative would have changed, you know? They would have been saying, well, they're the superior race. You know what I mean? So that's why black people now, we got to really fight. We got to really fight. When I say fight, not a physical war, not a carnal war. We really got to sacrifice our pride so that we could convince the Lord to come back and put us to where we should be. So that we could, now, when we where we could be, now we could challenge him and we could tell him to shut his mouth and put him back in his place. That's why the scripture says they will take him and put them in their place. You know what I mean?
Right. Go back to your place.
Until then, he has established freedom of speech. So he can say stuff like that, you know?
And freedom of their movement. Hey, I saw a video out. I didn't, well, because of class I didn't get to listening, saying something about America put troops on the ground in Yemen.
I didn't see that. I know it's definitely going down in Yemen.
Yeah, but they were just bombarding. They put troops on the ground there now. If they do that, you know what it is. Whenever they march troops on the ground in Yemen, then, you know, because there's no way they're going to put troops on the ground in Yemen.
So this is what I have. It says, a small number of United States military personnel are deployed to Yemen to conduct operations against Al-Qaeda and Arabian Peninsula and ISIS. The White House told Congress in its most recent War Powers Act reopens in a new tab. This is reported January 26th. So it looks so.
You know, they're coming to the realization that World War III is unavoidable.
Yeah.
Yeah. When
you got to step all the way in there.
Repeat?
They're gonna have to step all the way in there, man. Ain't no half stepping on this.
Right. So the realization now is, okay, it's not a matter of if there will be a World War III, it's a matter of how should we enter, you know, who can we take out before we get into this full-blown war? Because they don't want to challenge Iran with the proxies, you know. You have them Houthis in Yemen there. You to go and challenge Iran. You know what happened there? No ship on the Red Sea. Oil price escalate, affecting even mostly the West. So what they're trying to do now, they're trying to, you know, take out as much Houthis as they can, which they're supposed to realize now that they can damage a lot of these Arabs facilities, but it's like they just can't find them. It's their home.
Yeah.
I'm sure Hamas must have taught them how to make tunnels.
Yeah, man. That's why even early on, you know, the Lord already tells you, you know, you're gonna have to go and dig them out of caves, you know. It's not just it's not just the other side of the Middle East is making tunnels. What they're not talking about is the white man over here making tunnels.
Yeah.
They're building bunkers in their homes. I mean, everybody's building bunkers in their homes because they're getting ready to flee. They know what's coming. You understand what I mean? But the problem is they don't understand that the Lord already has something for them, you know, and there's no escaping it.
Right.
You understand what I mean? You're going to have to go in there. By the way, you have to go, you're going to have to put on your gloves and pull them out by the tail like a rat. You know what I mean? A rat that has been hiding in some hole, you're going to have to pull them out that way, you know, because they're going to try to escape to these bunkers. That's their security. You understand what I mean? And you would think that a people who knows that the Lord is coming for you, if you think you're arrogant enough to build bunkers to get away from the Lord, you know, you got another thing coming.
Yeah. But I mean, well, that's Esau. Esau think that whatever he wants to do, he can do.
Mm-hmm.
So what can you tell him to let him seriously think that, you know, I cannot hide from the Lord? This is why they give Jeff Bezos and all them other guys the right to make rockets to go out in space, you know.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, there's like the billionaire saying, give us a fighting chance. Yeah. Don't use laws and things and bog us down. We have the money. Give us a fighting chance. Let us go out there. Maybe some of us can hide out there.
For a while now, Esau has been trying to go to the other planets, and he's been using a word, inhabitable. Is this place inhabitable? Because in his mind, he could flee the judgment and go to a different land.
Right.
You understand what I mean? Is it inhabitable? Can I live here? Is there water? Is there air? What could I do to make it a home for me in case, you know, America, you know, or the earth vomits me out, you know?
Right. What can I do to make it habitable?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's desperate. He's in a desperate space. That's why I don't understand why any Black, Hispanic, or Native American man wants to join a sinking ship. Esau knows this ship is sinking. He knows it's sinking and sinking fast. Right now, what he's trying to do is he's trying to find a way to escape judgment. But there ain't no escape for judgment. You understand me? There ain't no escape for judgment. You know, death will meet you on the way to Mars. On the way to Mars, death will be waiting there, waiting for you on your arrival and tell you you're late. You know, you are late.
And he already knows how much troops he need for this upcoming war.
Yeah, he does, but the problem he don't have troops.
Exactly, and
You don't have troops, man.
His people is not interested.
Yeah, but because they are so soft. America is a wild place now. You understand? Right now, what he should be doing is he should be, you know, because they say that they pump all types of things in the food and the water to make you know, the men effeminate. They need to start pumping some of that stuff to make them masculine again, because you're gonna need some masculinity now.
Exactly. Don't fight war.
Nah, man. They don't. I mean, they don't fight war. So you gotta pump some of that stuff that's gonna make them masculine again. Because the way things are going, so the way the Lord laid it out is so beautiful. They started a war with the Ukraine that America has spent a fortune on. Hey, Shalom, what's going on, Swap?
Yeah, Shalom, Shabbat.
Yeah. What's the brother's name? Arayala. Shalom, Shabbat.
Yeah.
Shalom, Adoniam. Yo, Bashim, Yo, Shabbat.
Yeah, Shalom, Shabbat.
Yeah, the way they laid out, the Lord laid out this war that's about to happen, man, is so masterful. You know, that's why you got to understand the Lord, you got to fear him. He had them supporting the Ukraine, a war that's being lost. They poured hundreds of billions of dollars into that place, sent missiles and so forth, and then turn around and have to support Israel, saying a bunch of money, a bunch of weapons. And now you think you can just sit in the back and send money and send weapons. Now you're being dragged into the war with no military, and reduced resources.
Right.
And meanwhile, guess who has spent no efforts and resources? China.
Who?
You understand what I mean? China.
Oh.
You understand? China has been gathering resources. You understand what I mean? It is going to be a beautiful thing, man. I saw the other day too. Commander YAHANNA has been saying that what's going to happen is Russia is going to invade Saudi Arabia. I didn't see it because I'm like, wait a minute. Saudi Arabia is getting ready to join BRICS. Guess what's happening now? Saudi Arabia is pulling out of the deal and getting ready to do another deal with America. Oh, man.
Just like I had said before, was that if I was in BRICS, I wouldn't be trusting Saudi Arabia to be in BRICS. That's a Trojan horse. Saudi Arabia is inseparable to America. It cannot go anywhere.
Right.
So unless you can sell him something, but to be that friend to come and fight for you, nah. What is happening now with Yemen? You think he could say, I'm not with America, I am going with Russia? Keep his mouth quiet and just go back to America. Because America is going to go there and fight.
You know, Yemen said something, right? And it's so poetic, it's so biblical. And it went over a lot of people's head. When they said it, when they said this statement, I stood up.
Yeah.
I had to walk across the house. I had to ponder. They said, we are ready to go to war with anybody, including America, because we've been suffering. We've been in the dust. when they said that, you know what the first scripture I thought about? The scripture where it says, death is come up to meet thee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
These people down there, they're waiting for you.
Yeah.
Because they're not coming up to meet you. You're coming down to fight them.
Mm-hmm.
You're coming into poverty. They've been there. They're comfortable, and they're waiting to meet you.
Right.
That's what I mean. I believe that's in the book of Isaiah. But when he said that, I said, God damn, the Lord is vicious, man. That man said, you're gonna come down and meet us in poverty. We're gonna fight right here.
Hey, all right, Yala, you can find out Isaiah what again, officer?
I can find it for you.
All right, yeah, fine.
I think it's Isaiah chapter 14.
That's Salaki family.
Yeah.
And you know, again, when you really look at what really taking place and to be right now in the truth, you have to say Brakatai Hawashai, because now this place crumbling so quick.
Yes.
People might think, as we say, brothers and sisters might think at our time, and you know, that I do this, I can do, but it's happening so fast that even with enemies and all, then even understanding that, hey, they're going to want the Lord is the one who doing that.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is the one who doing that. So now, just as you say, that come down, now it's showing, you know, hey, they didn't even know that, hey, this is the judgment of the Lord. And they still feeling that, you know, it's still our time to do this. We still have hope to do this. And this is why, again, it's a glorious thing, you know, to be in the truth and to be amongst brothers. And when you really look at, you know, their lifestyle, they enjoy their brotherhood. They enjoy their family. Now is our time to enjoy our brotherhood and enjoy our family.
Right.
Isaiah chapter 14, 9.
All right. Find it and hold it, officer. All right, Yala. We're gonna play the video with what's his name? I think his name is on the video. The white guy, the Edomite.
Hamas hate the West. Israel is attacked for being an outpost of Western civilization in the Middle East. It's fascinating that that is an attack. One would think that that would be praise, since Western civilization has been the most decent civilization ever created in human history. But it is used as an attack by those who hate the West.
Right, his name is Dennis Prager, Prager. And in the same show, they put, see they have on the screen here, Trump claims World War III likely after 3 U.S. troops killed in Jordan. See?
And that's the arrogance we're talking about. That's why, you know what?
We're talking about, man.
If we could, let's go straight to that scripture. This is perfect for the scripture here.
Yeah.
Let's go straight to that scripture, please. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 9. Please, brother. We're going from 9 to 12. Actually, to 13. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah chapter 14, verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
So you think you are falling down into hell, but hell is coming up to meet you. In this case, where we're talking about who's hell, the people that he's saying he's better than in those countries, he has a superior government to or superior civilization to, the people who live in the dust, they're coming up to meet you. They're coming up to meet you in this world war. Go ahead.
It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth.
All the governments, all the lowly governments of the earth. Go ahead.
It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. Oh, they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
They're gonna look at you and say, are you one of us now? I thought you was a superior civilization. You was an advanced civilization. Or you also become as one of us.
Right.
Go ahead.
art thou become like unto us?
Go ahead.
Kadwan Khan. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave,
Go ahead.
and the noise of thy vials. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
The worms and the maggots are gonna make a bed and a blanket for you. You know, you're gonna lay on the maggots and be covered by the worms. You understand? And now this is, of course, this is all metaphor. You understand that, you know, who's been covered in maggots and worms for a long time? The people you get ready to go to war with. The people you calling yourself an advanced civilization. They've been poor for a long time. So much that they are saying, we are used to poverty. You are not.
Right.
You understand? Keep reading. Go ahead.
How art thou?
Salakia, about when you were saying something.
I said, it's like you been suffering, and you know somebody, the person who is causing you to suffer now, you decide that I'm going to hit back, and someone is saying to you, why, if you hit him, he's going to make you suffer. So you're gonna say, oh, so what am I doing? I'm suffering already.
Yeah, it's not even suffering. This is more than suffering, about one. A place like Yemen, for example, it's a dead place. In our minds, there's no way they can stand up and fight with America. That's how beneath America. They are literally in the grave.
Right.
This is a war-torn country for years. You understand what I mean? And they are the aggressor in this fight right now. That's why it says, hell has come up to meet thee. You know what I mean? Right. You try to act like you passing by the grave, the dead are coming up to meet you. You know what I mean? Keep reading, brother.
These Houthis are some battle-hardened men, you know.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother. Keep reading.
Kadwan Khan. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
You used to weaken the nations, man. Now you're down here with us. How did this happen to you? You understand? It's gonna be such a shock because America, like you hear the man talking, we're the most advanced civilization, we're the best civilization. They are proud, and the average American doesn't believe what's about to happen to America could happen to America. Impossible. That's why one day they're gonna wake up and like, what happened? What happened just now? And then I'm gonna be able to digest it. Right? Read this last verse here, please, brother.
Kadwan Khan. For thou hast said unto thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. Salakia, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt thy throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
This verse right here has so many different angles that it's hitting us with. You understand what I mean? From the angle we was talking about earlier, about them thinking they could go into and inhabit other planets, to even them rising themselves above God's chosen people on Earth right here in America. You know what I mean? So right now they are about to meet their maker in a sense, because they think that what's about to happen here can't happen, and that's going to be the shock that America is gonna be forced to experience. Not only America, the world, because a lot of people, they rely on America. They look to America for, you know how much funds America sends around the world to its allies, how much trade, they decide who does trade. A lot of people, they became rich because America blocked trades there and allowed trades here. You know what I mean? Once that's cut off, everybody's gonna be looking. That's why in the book of Revelation, the kings of the earth, they're gonna look for far off and just shake their heads and just mourn America. You know what I mean? Talk about that. I just want to break that down.
All right. Get me
me.
Yes.
Can you break down the last verse?
Go ahead.
Verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Well, that breakdown in itself is just basically what America has presented itself as. You understand what I mean? And what white Jesus has presented himself as. I will be like the Most High. You have the entire earth is worshiping this white Jesus. You understand what I mean? And worshiping America. I mean, everybody wants to be an American. That is the land of milk and honey right now. And you heard the man earlier. He said we are the best civilization on the earth. America has the greatest military. They report themselves to having the greatest military in the history of the world. You understand what I mean? They pride themselves in saying they're the most what's the word they use? They have the most democracy and freedom and love, and everybody wants to get here. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Even though I've been in America since I was 5 years old, I'll never forget. I'll never forget family from Haiti calling my father and telling him, "You guys are in heaven." I never forget it. You're in heaven. I'm looking around like, heaven where? You understand? But that's how the world looks at America. So he says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Everybody prays to that white Jesus. You understand what I mean? Everybody prays to that white Jesus. That's why when it comes crashing down, it's going to be such a shock. In fact, one of the scriptures that, I can't wait. I pray I live to see is that verse in the Bible where it says, no longer will you say the God of Israel that took the Israelites out of Egypt, but you will say the God of Israel that took the Israelites out of the land of the north, because that's going to be so much of a bigger, not to minimize Egypt, but no way these slaves are leaving America, are they? How's that going to happen?
Bigger
You understand what I mean? Go ahead, Abaddon.
All right, bigger extraction.
Yeah, you have to say it. Yeah, exactly. Salaki, brother, did I answer your question?
Got it, sir.
All right.
THAWADAH, sir.
All right. Give me Isaiah 29, 16 to 17. This explains why they think that they have the most decent civilization since human history.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the porter's clay. For shall the Salakia, as the potter's clay, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
Right. Can right, what this is saying is that he has turned things upside down. In other words, he make good look bad and bad look good. There's a video that I had, I don't remember if I sent it to the brothers here, where this woman, they were interviewing this woman who is a porn star and a stripper. And she's saying that it's the Lord that is blessing her. So the person was interviewing, said, hold on. So you're saying the Lord it's because the Lord is blessing you why you're being so successful? And say, yes. So she said, okay, so that means the Lord wants you to strip. And she said, yes. And then she said, the interviewer said, so if the Lord wants you to strip, what does the devil want you to do? And she said, not strip. No, that's a perfect example of how Esau has turned things upside down in this world.
That's right.
It has convinced this lady that I don't remember ethnicity. I don't remember what race she is. I know she's a heathen though, but she is convinced that the Lord want her to strip. The Most High God of Israel want her to strip, while Satan want her to not strip. I mean,
Yeah, that's America.
exactly.
That's America. You understand me? What you're saying, you see, and the thing you're saying right now, it sounds so outrageous to you, right? Because in America, whoredom has been made so normal. It's like a regular job. You understand me? So when she's saying that, that question might have tripped her up because she's not used to that kind of logic. But trust me, these sisters over here, or these women over here, they have movements are like, don't slut shame. I watched one video of some woman in some university talking to young women, and the words that's coming out of her mouth is, "What is virginity? It's a made up concept. There's no such thing."
Mm.
She's teaching that to young girls. There's no such thing as chasteness as virginity. It's a
In a,
made
uni- in
up
a,
concept in a university,
in a university.
right? And the people are eating it up because this sounds like, oh, okay. So I was brainwashed for being chaste. You understand? This place is an evil place. You know what I mean? I wasn't there to see Sodom and Gomorrah, but I don't know if it's worse than here, because over here they have brought it to a level that you wouldn't understand. You understand me?
Right.
They're brought it to a level where, it sounds like Sodom and Gomorrah was a small city. This is a country with authority over other countries. And they're pushing that nonsense, man. Where children can't tell you if they're a boy or a girl. That's America. That's why hell is waiting for it, man. Hell is waiting for it. And, the only thing that makes us excited about it, because we have our brotherhood to fall back on, and we know about these things. So the average person will hear us talking and say, well, you're in America too. You're going down too. And we say, well, we're not going down with y'all because we didn't share in your rise. So we didn't share your riches. So we're not going down with you. And the judgment is for you.
Exactly.
You understand what I mean?
They think that this judgment is coming is going to be for every single one. It's not for everyone. The judgment that is coming. I mean, we blacks, Hispanics, and Native, we meet our judgment around here. We did. 400. That's what the last 400 years has been. Judgment for us. Right? But coming up now, what do you think? They are about. That's why Elle is coming up to meet them.
Yeah, but that being said, it's not for black people. But you know what the Lord says: get out of her, my people. Exactly. If you do not want to share in her plagues. Understand? That's why we got to be out there trying to wake black people up, because guess what? They're gonna share in the plagues. They're gonna share in the plagues if they don't wake up. And they think what we're doing is teaching hate. We're showing them as much love as we could by taking the time to try to teach you blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to not try to share in America's plagues that's coming to it. You understand? I mean, you gotta one of the scriptures. If you can find the scripture for me, brother, the scripture of the angel with the inkhorn. Oh, the angel with the inkhorn.
Inkhorn.
That's in
Revelation.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now.
Is it the one that takes peace from the earth?
No, it's actually in Ezekiel chapter 9.
Okay.
Let's see, Ezekiel chapter 9.
Ezekiel 9.
All right.
Of the righteous.
Yeah. As Ezekiel chapter 9. You can start and really in.
Hold on. Let's finish this one. Next
ahead.
verse on this other on this Isaiah 29 and 16.
Go ahead.
Verse 17.
Khan. The book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 17. Is it not yet a very little while, and Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field, and the fruitful field shall be esteemed as a forest?
Right. So in other words, it's you turn things upside down. You know, it said you think it's far-fetched that you shall be destroyed. Even Lebanon. It's when Lebanon, what will turn Lebanon into this forest? It means that you kill out all the people. Right? And it shall be a fruitful forest. You know, Lebanon is famous for its cedar wood. I don't know if they produce the most cedar in the world, but they are famous for their cedar wood. And of course, you know, the cedar is what makes nowadays what you know about furniture is some man-made wood and thing, but cedar wood is what you use to make the furnitures, a lot of your timber in your building, make it from cedar, because cedar and water, cedar don't repel water better than any other wood, but there are other wood that you can use. So areas where you know water would come on the building, you have a tendency to use cedar. Like in the kitchen, it's good to make your cupboards out of cedar. That's Lebanon, right? So the Most High is telling you that in a while, Lebanon shall be a fruitful forest. And it seems like Lebanon is where the escalation for all this is taking place, pulling America in the war. All right, go to
Like you said, Ezekiel 9 and 2. It's in verse 2.
Start verse 1.
Khan. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 1. He cried also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charged over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand.
Right. These are the angels here. These are angels that are coming to visit this place. Right. Go ahead.
Khan. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand.
Where did they lie? Towards where?
And toward the north.
Towards the north. That's key. They lieth mean to what? Lieth and wait. Think like that. They're waiting towards the north. Waiting for orders towards the north, right? North what? North America, right here. That's what I'm saying. You got to get out of her, black people, if you don't want to share her plagues.
Right.
Understand? Go ahead.
Khan, which lieth toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side. And they went in.
Yeah, so this man here was distinctive because he had an inkhorn. He was dressed in linen, and he had an inkhorn. And inkhorn is basically just the key word in there is ink, right? It's something that you use to make a mark. Go ahead.
Khan. And they went in and stood beside the brazen altar.
Go ahead.
Khan. And the glory of Yahweh of Israel was gone up from the cherub, whereupon he was to be threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side.
So he's going to give the man with the inkhorn an order now. Verse 4. Go ahead.
Khan. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city,
Go through the midst of the city. Right? We're going to slow it down right here. Go through the midst of the city. Go ahead.
Khan. Through the midst of Jerusalem.
Through the midst of Jerusalem. Now, here's the thing. Where are they lying? In the north. But here he's saying go through the midst of Jerusalem. Where is Jerusalem? Jerusalem is where the Jews are. You understand what I mean? So they're in the north. It told you that in the opening verses that we read. But here it's saying, now this angel is going to go through Jerusalem. It's not in the land of Jerusalem. It's where Israel is. It's going through Israel. It's going specifically through the Israelites, right? That are here in America, in the north. Go ahead.
Khan. And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh, that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
So put a mark. Take the inkhorn, put a mark on the foreheads of all the people who are sighing and groaning over all the abominations happening here in America. Meaning what? This angel is walking through looking for those who are sad over the oppression here. Not those who are celebrating and having parties and being rich and oppressing their own people and would hate to see this kingdom end. That's not who he's looking for. He's looking for those who are troubled, who are sad, who are crying out over this. Right? Go ahead.
Khan. And to the others he said, in mine hearing.
So now the other five, remember, this is 6 angels. The sixth one, the one with the inkhorn, is who he sent to these people who are crying to mark them. Now, to the other 5, he said what?
He said, in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Go through the city and smite. And imagine this, right? The smite is going to be so great that the Lord had to tell or warn the angels, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. You understand what I mean? Put aside your emotions. Do not feel sorry for what you're about to do. And just follow the order. And that's what's coming to America. I mean, that's what's coming to America. The angels are ordered not to have any pity. You understand? Read verse 6. This is why you're going to have to have no pity. This is why they will have to have no pity. Verse 6. Go ahead.
Khan. Slay utterly old and young.
Utterly means completely. The word utterly means completely. Slay utterly old and young. Go ahead.
Khan. Both mates and little children. And
mates and little children. Go ahead.
Khan. And women.
You know what kills me, Sabah?
Yeah.
In Gaza, every minute I gotta hear the children that died and the women. You understand? I never hear about men dying. I always hear the children and women, you know? Well, they do that because they're trying to invoke some kind of compassion in you. It's like it's just trigger words. You understand what I mean? Well, God is saying here, you're gonna see these trigger words again. Women and children. How many children died? Do not let your heart feel pity, is what the Lord is giving to these angels of destruction, man. Yes, America doesn't understand. Christianity has not prepared blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians for what's going to happen here in America.
That's right. So
go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah. And like, you know, you're bringing this point, I bring heavy now. And it's like, you know, like the class Jeremiah teach Tuesday now. And he show you that these vessels are dishonor, fitted for destruction.
Right.
And it is like now, like when you know any brother read and you say, he tell the angels, hey, do have compassion, do have pity. And it's like we telling, hey, this is what they're created for, you know. This is what they're created for. That and it's straight, direct.
Right.
So now it's like, hey, that compassion where you think you have, as you say, you grow up in as we say in the Christian church and grow up, as you say, amongst them. Just as the scripture say, hey, if it was given to them, that I take it immediately. They would not even have no compassion for you. Because look at them right now. Look at what take over 400 years, and you still looking for compassion from them. And I brother put a post up on the book now, and you know that with the whole boot case thing. And now you see the slave master, he 2 foot on top of a young brother. Young brother. I know he 2 foot on top of he. And the next one on the side, same down there. And now you tell me, but I end up playing. I say this should be a poster for camp. So when you see them, as you say, the oppressor kissing the boots, you show, as you say, show people them, hey, this is who you was. This is who you was. And you still talking about, as you say, that it recorded that they supposed to do that.
Right.
100%.
And it recorded that yes, Salak.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
And it recorded that if we disobey, or as we say, move away from these laws, statutes, and commandments and disobey we Father, that will happen to we.
Hey, that's what we're reading about right here, brother. You know what I'm saying? The next verse is going to be devastating when you read them, right? Where we at? Where we at, brother?
Verse.
Go ahead.
Verse 7, sir.
You didn't finish 6.
Khan.
Start from the beginning of 6.
Khan. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
Those men who are marked, that angel has an order. Just like the other angels have an order not to show compassion, they also have an order regarding these men who are marked. You do not touch them. You do not come near them. You understand what I mean? Keep reading.
Khan. And begin at my sanctuary.
Good night. And begin at my sanctuary. You understand what I mean? Begin at my sanctuary. Where's the Lord's sanctuary? The truth. Brothers, this is the Lord speaking to us. You understand what I mean? This is the Lord saying, you better fix yourself. Because if you don't get marked as somebody who is, sighing and groaning over this evil place, you're going to get visited too.
That's right.
You're going to share in her plagues. You understand? Keep reading.
Khan.
Because the Lord's sanctuary, when we think about it, is not the Christian church. The Lord's sanctuary is not the Muslim mosque.
Right.
The Lord's sanctuary is the truth. You understand what I mean? Those brothers who've been ordained or ordered to go out and cry aloud, spare not. You understand what I mean? If you read what we just read, one of the things that will make you get that anchor on our mark is if you're sighing and groaning and crying over this kingdom and it's evil. That's sorry, brother. Keep reading.
Khan. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house.
Go ahead.
Khan. And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city.
Keep going.
Khan.
I'm gonna try to speed it up because I want to get to a point. But go ahead, brother.
Khan. And it came to pass while they were slaying them, and I was left, and I fell upon my face and cried.
There Ezekiel go. There Ezekiel go. That compassion that you're gonna have. You understand? Ezekiel couldn't take it. He fell upon his face and he cried when he saw what was happening, to his people. Right? Go ahead.
Khan. That I fell upon my face and cried, and said, Lord God, wilt thou destroy all the residue of Israel?
It's gonna be a serious situation. Understand? When he's seeing how many people are gonna be destroyed by these angels, and he's saying, "Are you gonna destroy everybody?" Because guess what? The majority, 2/3, are going to be put to death.
All right.
You understand what I mean? He's not saying we gloat and we're happy about either. By the way, we're not like those people who, 2/3 of you gonna die. We're trying to change the Lord's mind, but this is what's written. You understand? Keep reading, brother.
God one can. Ah, Lord God, wilt thou destroy all the residue of Israel in thy pouring out of thy fury upon Jerusalem?
What does the word residue mean? You know what a residue is? Anybody who works in any kind of construction would understand what residue is, or carpentry. When you cutting the wood and that dust that comes out, that's the residue.
God one can.
That means the leftovers. You understand? That means the leftovers.
Over.
That means everybody. So he's crying for the residue at this point. Right? Keep reading.
God one can. Then said he unto me, the iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceeding great,
Go
and
ahead.
the land is full of blood.
Go ahead.
God one can. And the city full of perverseness.
Perverseness. That's what is in Israel right now. You understand? Perverseness. Everything. You can't see a woman take a picture without her turn around to show you her BBL, you know? You understand? Perverseness is what's happening right now. You know, if you listen to their music, it's disgusting. That's what's happening in Israel right now. Keep reading, brother.
God one can. For they say, the Lord hath forsaken the earth, and the Lord seeth not.
Keep reading for the sake of
God
time.
one can. And as for me also, mine eye shall not spare.
This is the Lord talking right now. This is the Lord talking, responding to Ezekiel for falling on his face and saying, will everybody be destroyed? The Lord is saying, my eyes shall not spare. Go ahead.
God one can. Neither will I have pity.
Go ahead.
But I will recompense their way upon their head.
That's their reward that's coming, man. Their reward is coming in full. Let me read this last verse here about it, and I'll give it back to you. Verse 11. Go ahead.
God one can. And behold, the man clothed with linen, which had the inkhorn by his side, reported the matter, saying, I have done as thou hast commanded me.
Good night.
That's right.
You understand that? He followed the order. He followed the order. Those who are saved at that time. Those who are destroyed at that time. You understand? So when they say, get out of her, my people, we've been saying that for years now. Get out of the Christian church. Get out of the Muslim mosque. Get out of the street lifestyle. They don't want to hear it. Get out of the LGBTQ. Get out of this white man society. They don't want to hear it. But this is what's coming for them. And the Lord said, I will not let my heart have pity. You understand? I will not let my heart have pity. It's like your bottom one. Back to you.
Right. And what's interesting about all this is that this is what will be experienced here in the last days. In the society that the Edomites think is the most advanced. Not only advanced, he said decent.
Decent, yeah.
Yeah. Now, where about that is decent? I mean, yeah, you have clean street, but when you look on the spirit behind the wall, the entire clean street and skyscraper and the economy, what's the spirit behind it? It's rotten. Rotten to the core. Look at LGBT. You going to tell me that you're accepting this thing. And it's going to be, this is going to affect your population growth. It must. And not only that, the scripture also say the Lord was crucified there. Again. So it's like a crucifixion again for the Most High God, or for Christ, right? He said so in, let me find it, Revelation 11, 7 to 8.
The book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 7. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, and shall overcome them, and kill them.
Right, so this is talking about the saints. When we descending into the 400 years, this is what happened. We were killed, which is why many of us have this intolerable spirit towards this America. Because we know that this place kills the spirits of the saints. It physically kills the saints in a time past. Right? And who did it? That beast that came out of nothing, came out of the bottomless pit, came up and made war against us. And the Most High allowed him to overcome us because we weren't keeping the laws. And you know what was the interesting thing? We were already Christians. So for you, those of you Christians who think that, you know, that's what is going to save you. It did not save us. They're showing you, there are pictures showing you when they were changing the color of the saints of the Bible from the original color of black to white, which means we were there before. So you think that this white Christ is your savior, man, you shall be the one who the ink, the angel with the ink on have passed and did not mark. Yeah.
What is that? That's gonna be the next. That's the next Passover. Ain't gonna pass over you. It's a reverse Passover.
Don't let him pass over you, man.
But isn't that heavy though? But think about it, right? Isn't that heavy? What did that angel of death do in Egypt? Yeah, you had to. The man of the house literally had to be do the job that the angel with the inkhorn. He had to slaughter the sheep and pass the blood over his house. That was the mark, and they better stay in the house.
Right.
And they had to stay in the house.
Right. Right.
That's what I mean. Now this angel is coming to pass over this earth, man, and it's a wrap. And in Egypt, it was. That's why I say it was light in Egypt, even though it was devastating to them. Who died? Their firstborn. Did you read who was dying in this Passover here, or this incident here? I should call it. Old, young man, woman, child, infant, and do not let your heart feel sorry.
Salakia.
Go ahead, bro.
And this is why we always say that these religious organizations, as we say, these pastors and them don't know a damn thing inside that book. Don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. And because now it's like you really saying that you love, you know, your people, or you love, let me use the term, the love the human race. And you still reading this and still thinking that it have hope for, you know, for the people that who the Lord haven't chosen. Come on. As you say, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace in the sense that, hey, you got a job to do and you didn't do it. And this is why now again, with the opportunity given to us right now, and this is why as again now King Meek mentioned, I say, no man cometh unto me lest the Father draw him. And every brother inside the I.S.U.P.K should really take this to heart. Because now thinking about you outside of there, I'll say in the world, and you know, this truth, you know, is going through. And just as you say, that mark being put out, now it's like, hey, you have to fight till the end. You must fight. You must fight. And this is why, again, when you see the example of the men above us, and you see the generals, commanding General YAHANNA, and you look at, you know, everything that, you know, take place, and you go back and you read the records, you actually see the same pattern happening, and as I say, one flow through the scriptures. And it's not like, wait, boy, nah, boy, I stay in line, and I say, pray that the Lord, keep the brotherhood, keep us, and pray that, the Most High God use us right. Because now again, just as Christ say, he say, boy, better than a man than born. Now when he talk about Judas, after he say, boy, better than a man than born. Because now that job or that task, that heavy task. And this is why now again all these things is example for we. Because why? It show how our brother really care about his brother. And this is why again everything that we see, and you see men as you say, we could talk about everything. David and Jonathan again, the love that he had for David surpassed the love of a woman. Because now we know the importance of men ruling or looking over the nation. It's a lack, yeah.
Right. I mean, brotherhood. That's all that is carrying you through this, and the spiritual plane the Most High is taking you through, and this physical plane now, brotherhood is what is carrying you through. And brotherhood is not without the Most High's spirit, because
That's right.
trust me, it takes the level of brotherhood that is practiced and teach in the UPK is not like out there in the world, right? This brotherhood is deeper than any brotherhood you would experience in the world, right? So Revelation 11 and 8 now, Officer Arayala.
Gun. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Right. So right there in America, this new evangelism, kill Christ all over again. It's something totally different from the Christianity that was really in the Bible. The Christians in the Bible did keep the laws. And it wasn't until this evangelism thing come up in America that, this big push about not keeping the laws come about. Those people who call themselves Christians earlier, they did try to keep the laws. They didn't preach against the laws. But here, Sodom, what was Sodom known for? Right? Immoralities. What was Egypt known for? Oppression. Yet still, this man here, this devil here, sees America as the most decent society, the most decent civilization in human history. Now, what would he call the civilization that we had in Jerusalem? I guess we were shitty. We were very indecent then. Because I'm sure, even though we disobeyed the Most High and went and listened to them, our civilization was way more decent than what they have now. Right? So, this man here now, that's why we let, in the truth here, we let the scripture do the talking. We don't tell her that I think say. This is what we're bringing out and showing her that the civilization is not as decent as you think. All right, anybody, and then you have another one you want to drop?
Gun, sir.
Yeah.
If I may, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, while we're on topic, so obviously in these last days, the judge, are we talking about the abominable, the murderers, the whoremongers, the sorcerers, the idolaters, and the liars, and all the things that we know are wicked in our records that our prophets and recorded for us to know in these last days. Could you give us a breakdown while we're on topic of the second death that John the Revelator is talking about in the book of Revelation, sir?
Oh, that's Revelation.
Chapter 21, sir. The second death is Salakia, verse 8. What is the second death he's talking about? It's coincidental that it's on topic that somebody that in the UK that might be watching this live stream is a question that they've asked me. So if you could give us a breakdown of that precept, sir, while we're on topic.
Revelation 8 and what?
21 and 8.
Oh, it's 21 and
But the question, Salakia, sir, the question is, what is the second death that John the Revelator has recorded here in verse 8? You want me to read it, sir?
Hold on. Revelation 21.
In verse 8.
Okay. Go ahead.
Khan. The book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 8. Salakia, sir, I'll start at verse 7. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his.
You would really have to start at verse 1 to get the whole concept here.
That's right.
Khan. The book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 1. I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. Verse 2. And I, John, saw the whole city.
Hold on.
Break it down one
The sea right here is referring to people. America has basically every single nation on the earth is represented there. So in Revelation, when John saw coming out of the sea, he was talking about people, the mixed multitude, right? So when he said there was no more sea, no more mixed multitude, so no more nation will be formed having this. You know, call America again the melting pot.
Right.
So that melting pot, that's the sea. Go on.
Right. So and just to be clear on this, it says, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth. So this is after the judgment has happened. You understand? For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, meaning the kingdom we're looking at now and all its structure is dead.
That's right.
It's passed away. Right? Right. You understand me? So there's a new government. The heaven here represents a government. There's a new government on earth, and the earth has been changed. Renewed is a good word. You understand me? So you have to understand that. That first verse is very critical to understand the whole thing. Because it tells you what time you're in now. This is the time at what we were just talking about in the previous verses we were reading. Those things happened already. This is the result now. A new heaven and a new earth is now on the earth. And it's going to give you a little bit more in verse 2. Go ahead.
And I, John, saw the holy city.
Hold on. So if we are in the most decent civilization, why do we need a new heaven and a new earth?
I knew exactly what he was going to say.
Why do we need a new heaven and a new earth if we're in the most decent civilization?
That's a good question.
Continue, my brother.
God. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepare as a bride adorned for her husband.
Right. So this is again seeing God's kingdom coming on earth as it is in heaven. Right. You're seeing New Jerusalem coming down from God. Right. Go ahead.
God.
Right, and again, just as we again, these is instructions coming down from the Most High, and this is why now, again, as you read on and as all you break it down and all, to understand, the book of Revelation is understanding that this what John seen, all of this is just a vision, And as we say, just like we today, the men before us, give us that hope and to keep our spirits up. And that same spirit that the Most High, pass through. And this is why, when the question has been asked, hey, where's the Holy Spirit? And we say, hey, there's the vibe of the Lord. There's the spirit of the Lord, because now we share that same sentiment, we share that same spirit. And we know that, hey, everything that we're reading here, that, we have hope, in this sense that, hey, this people or this nation is going to be revived. And, going to be back on top again. And this is why now, again, as John said that now, that same spirit passed down. And this is why now, we see the same spirit in Commanding General YAHANNA.
Right.
Raising up brothers, raising up sisters in that same spirit to know that, hey, we are hope. In this, as we say, in this empire, we know crumbling quick. Yes, sir.
Right. Right. Go ahead, brother.
God on Khan. Behold, verse 3. Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men.
Hold on.
Salakia, verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people.
Uh-huh.
And
again,
Yahweh himself shall be with them, and be their God.
Again, just to be clear, this is speaking about who? The Jews, the Israelites. You know what I mean? God is going to be with us again. So you have to understand what time you're living in and what has happened on this earth. Right? You have to understand what has happened in this earth. And God is now with man. And he will dwell with them. And they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them. Right? Read verse 4.
God on Khan. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death.
Imagine that.
Neither sorrow.
This is a healing process right now that's happening. This is Israel being restored, wiping out all the tears. There'll be no death. You know what I mean? There's no death at the traffic lights no more like we're experiencing now. There's nobody hunting our steps. You understand? I mean, we are protected right now. Keep going.
God on Khan. Neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
Again, verifying that the old kingdom is gone. The old heaven and earth is gone. The former things have passed away. Go ahead.
This decent civilization has passed.
God on Khan. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, and he said unto me, Write, for these words are the true and faithful.
Right? Behold, I make all things new, mean I've renewed all things. I've fixed everything.
That's right.
Right? And these words, what words? The words that were prophesying this happening are faithful and true. Right? There were prophecies about this happening. Right? And we've been praying for it. What was our prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That's what we've been praying for.
That's right.
Those words were faithful and true. Now you're realizing what you've been praying for, right? Go ahead.
Father one God. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end.
Right. So it is done now. You know what I mean? This is Yahushua speaking. He's saying the work that the Lord sent me to do, it is done. I've accomplished it. That's all important to understand the context of what you're about to read. You understand? Keep going.
God on God. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely.
What verse you in?
6, other one.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. He that overcometh shall inherit all things.
He that what?
He that overcometh shall inherit all things.
Okay, keep going.
Khan. And I will be his power, and he shall be my son.
Right. Right. He that overcometh shall inherit everything, meaning that you to overcome is to win this fight. And now because you won, you're gonna inherit everything. Now we're at the verse we're trying to understand. Read verse 8.
Khan. But the fearful.
But no, but
That's right. That's right.
you have to understand that right there.
That's
But
right.
and when you read, that's something you have to do. You have to always make sure to emphasize that word, because that's what's going to be now the condition, or what's the word I'm looking for? An exception from all the things you read about the drying of the tears and the healing, and all the joy that's going to have the new heaven and earth. All those things being said, but meaning, however, right? Go ahead.
Khan. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers.
Go ahead.
And sorcerers and idolaters.
Go ahead.
And all liars shall have their part in the lake, which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death.
Now break that part down to me.
The second death, Salakia said, the second death.
That whole part is one piece.
This is talking to Israel, and it's a judgment. It's a judgment that we don't want, sir.
Okay, I'll take that. It's definitely a judgment we don't want, right?
It's
after all the other stuff that's available on the other side of the plate, right?
Salakia, sir, all our people that stayed up in that Islamic mosque and couldn't hear the priests and prophets in the I.S.U.P.K, all them brothers, all our beloved black, Hispanic, and natives that stayed up in the Christian church, committing adultery, breaking the dietary law, and they couldn't hearken to the words of the priests and prophets of the I.S.U.P.K under the command of General YAHANNA. This is talking to them, sir.
Okay. So how is it the second death?
The second death. Salakia, sir. Yeah, if you could give me a breakdown of that. I believe there's somebody that's watching, that's broadcasting and tuning in, and they're asking for the breakdown of this.
Right. So, but the fearful, the unbelieving, the abominable, the murderers. So first, the people who won, right? In verse 7, he that overcometh shall inherit all things. So he that overcometh is going to inherit everything. But the people who are unbelievers and all these evil people are going to face the second death. Now, how can I explain the second death? I'm going to give you a perfect example because it's happened before. Right?
Like you said, if I may.
Go ahead.
This wouldn't have anything to do with the ones of us that will not have to die to see the kingdom.
No. Okay, what's the first death?
Leaving this wicked kingdom.
No.
Being born.
To understand the first death is the condition of people, to the black people today. Precept for that is the valley of the dry bones. Where the bones were dry. That's how dead they were. That's the first death. Now, was it a physical death? No. Right? But it's a spiritual death where they were dry. Right? Now, what's the second death? I'll give you an example. Moses came out of Egypt, right? With a lot of people. And they went into the desert away from the Egyptians to be swallowed up by the Lord. They escaped Egypt. You understand? I'm sorry about the one. Go ahead.
Salaki, so much so that it was only 2 that was feared.
Right. You understand? They escaped Egypt. Now, mind you, what was the condition in Egypt? They were slaves. They didn't even know the Lord. They were worshiping false gods. They were spiritually dead in Egypt. They came out into the wilderness for a second death, where they were swallowed whole by the earth for speaking against God's prophet. You understand what I mean? Now, you read all this from the beginning, right? Sawab, please, or Abadawan, please get for me, brother, you stay where you at. Please get for me Luke chapter 19, verse 27.
Oh, God. Luke
Right?
19,
So,
27.
yes, please read that for me.
The book of Luke, chapter 19 and verse 27.
Now, keep in mind, all this up to verse 7 happened already, right? He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. So, Wap, go ahead.
Can. But those my enemies,
Those who?
But those my enemies,
go ahead,
which would not that I should reign over them.
19 and what?
27.
Go ahead.
Bring hither and slay them before me.
Imagine you getting through, you went through hell here. You went through hell in America. Or anywhere, wherever you at, Jamaica, Trinidad, anywhere where the Israelites are, you went through hell, poverty. And you get there just to have Christ say what? Read it again.
Oh, God. The book of Luke chapter 19 and verse 27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
That's your second death, brother. Just like those Israelites went out to the wilderness and were slaughtered in the wilderness by the Lord for disrespecting Moses. You understand what I mean? That's the second death right there.
THAWADAH.
You understand? So you go through all this, and it's such a tragic thing because you go through all this when you read, you take into account all the mercy that that the Lord has given you, and you go through there's a new heaven, new earth, there's a kingdom set up, everything's set up, and then books are opened, or you expose yourself. You understand what I mean? You expose yourself to. There's a lot of people who's gonna look at the kingdom and they're like, I miss the white man. They tell you right now today. A brother told me one time, the earth wouldn't make sense without white people. You understand? Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, just to, ride off we're bringing out, and it again, it's so heavy, and it's a reminder to us again, because now just as we read from Revelation 21 from verse 1 come down, it's like, just like with the example again, and throughout the book is only examples. When Moses now gave the instructions, and he said Deuteronomy 28 and 1, he said, if we adhere to all these statutes and commandments, all go be well with you. And then he break it down now, and he show, hey, this is what happened. And then he reach the point now, he say, hey, if we do adhere, or we do listen, and that word that we say, don't listen to these instructions, just as I say, but now it show you now that this what will happen to you, it ain't gonna be no metaphor, it will be literal. This death ain't no literal, ain't no metaphor that. This is right. this death, just like as we say, hey, you ain't get a mark on you. This is what will happen. And we read, as we say, went through it in previous, as we say, scriptures just before this. So this ain't no metaphor that this death is real. This is where we pass in, just because, as I say, with the example, as I say, bring out, or the precept that I bring out in Luke, hey, you don't want, as you say, to follow my instructions, you don't want to make, as you say, to be reign, as you say, to be Lord over you, then right, it have a place for you. Right. This is the place for you. Death.
100%. So what I was saying, this is a literal death. The first death was a spiritual death. We've been spiritually dead for a long time as a nation, as a people. We don't. This is how dead you are. Your people don't even know who you are. You don't exist as a nation. You understand what I mean? You don't exist as a nation. That's how dead you are right now. Of course, I'm talking about blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. Now, this death here, this second death here is a literal death.
Right.
You understand what I mean? And it's going to be a shame. It's going to be a shame for you to go through all that. And for the Lord to say to one group of people, come and inherit the kingdom that has been prepared for you from the foundation of this earth. And then to look at another people and say, put them to death.
Right,
Good
because
night, brother.
Salaki, those people are like the most cleaning the nation from
Right.
these people. I tell you here, the fearful, the unbelieving, the abominable, the murderers, the warmongers. So when that salvation comes, these people will be taken up as well. But when they go there and the Most High Christ start to purge now and say, all right, these people don't want me to rule over them because you still believe you're in being a warmonger. You still believe in Obia. Right, and you want to be worshiping other gods.
Right.
Go on, sir.
Yes, and remember this too. All who you just read about that list, these things are plagues. These things are plagues. So now, in order to get rid of that plague, now what you have to do? You have to do to it. You must destroy it. You must put it to death. These are lesser plagues. Everything that we see, that they know that the Most High disregard is plagues. It's not supposed to be. It's a lack.
Did that answer your question, brother?
THAWADAH, sir.
In the bar. Hopefully, the brother that was paying that asked the question, if he has any questions or anything he needs to explain more, he could just type the question in the chat.
God, sir.
I better him just come to class so that he won't be in that second. Because a lot of people believe that, when that salvation comes, it's straight into heaven. Really?
Right.
Oh gosh. Not going straight into heaven, my dear. The Most High is going to teach you his ways again. Going to let you know when the new day starts, when is the beginning of the years. You ever hear people talk about Methuselah and all those people, they live long, but people didn't know it's not the 12 month that was the full year, which is a damn lie. Because all societies, that is how they have been celebrating Ishtar and all these other fall gods, especially Ishtar and Janus, because they know when the year begins. You see there, springtime, if you're in America, it's cold, it's winter. And then comes spring, so you know that you have completed one whole cycle. And this have been before we became a nation as Israelites. Because when we were in Egypt, they were celebrating what they call that, the fertility god for Egypt. I don't remember, it's now Ishtar, but it had a name. There was Ra and there was other gods. So they knew the times. So when you hear that men in the Bible live long, yeah, they did live long. Because mankind has been able to count the years for a very long time. It's not now. It's not now that they have astrology, you can look up there. Just being in existence allow you to count the years because you feel the climate. Down here, we know that you people up there in America, boy, you're feeling it hard because we're feeling the chills. So just imagine you who have the snow up there. And this happens not every month, but it's cyclical. So whenever you see things change and then they come again, you know that you complete one whole cycle. So we can't follow these people with trying to. That's why the scripture said, "Let no man deceive you in any way means necessary." By no means, I should say, because they try with all things. Try to tell you that man wasn't able to count the time, so this can't be real. It is real. The Bible tells you when the year starts, and man know when the year starts before that, before the Bible even tells us. Right? But men just want to be warmongers and sorcerers because everything that you see here, it's self-serving. Murderers, self-serving, warmongers, self-serving. Well, now we know warmongers are the pimps. To be a sorcerer, self-serving. To be an idolater, not self-serving. To be a liar. Right? Salaki, they chip out a while ago, man. Sure why.
Yeah. Me too.
All right, so next scripture. Revelation. Still in Revelation. You know what's interesting? The entire book of Revelation is for America, you know, man. Fulfill. Yeah. I mean, since it started fulfilling, Sodom and Egypt has been around. This one is Revelation 6, verse 3 and 4.
God on God. The book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see.
Right. So, right here, this is when the Most High sent the angels to fly up some seals, some things that were slated to happen, but the Most High don't allow it to happen because the time wasn't right. So when the time is ready now, he said, go and open those seals. So the second beast say, come and see. All right, next verse.
God on God. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
Exactly. So all this is coming out of the decent society that this man is talking about, you know. The horse that was red, you know, that Esau was red. And to that red horse, it was given to him that sat on it to take peace from the earth. If you notice what is happening now, none of these countries that are entering into war now don't want to go into war. None. It's happening at a time when they are financially distressed. But they are being pulled into a war, which when you're a bad man and someone want bring certain talk and certain violence towards you, you don't really want going on nothing, but you have to defend your name. And you can't make a little man come beat you up. This is what is happening in the world now. Country like North Korea, like what Kim Jong-un said, prepare the entire country for war. I mean, and well, I'm sure North Korea is a better country than Ukraine. So I'm not going to say, they can't do anything. Sure, they can do something. But this man now who think that his society is so decent, man, your society is causing the wars in this earth. Right? Just like the Most I want it though.
Right.
All right. Another precept. Whenever I should hit him with the son of perdition. 2 Thessalonians. Yeah, we can do it. 1 to 10. 2 Thessalonians 2.
2 Thessalonians 2, 1 to 10.
Right.
The book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahawashi Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him. Verse 2. that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by the word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Christ is at hand.
Right. Now, back then, he said the day of Christ is at hand, and what was happening? The day of Christ was coming. You know, we did brought down the Roman society then, and it's coming around again. The day of Christ is at hand again. Go ahead now.
Verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means.
Right. Let no man deceive you by any means, because there are so many ways in which you can be deceived. They can deceive you that this is not the truth because, you know, Egyptology, Muslim, you know, and, you know, Christianity, Rastafarianism, all these things, they can pull you away from the truth. That's you being deceived, that this is not the truth, right? This is you being deceived that this society now, no, this can't be the society that the Most High said that will be destroyed. Look at how beautiful this place is, right? Look how powerful this place is. This can't be it. This can't be it. Now, Abadawan don't know what he's saying. I.S.U.P.K don't know what they're saying. This America is a beautiful place, and it's a place which stands for democracy. And this is the place where fought against slavery. You know, really. So you think you're not a slave in here. The Bible tells you that it's Egypt, which is why you live in the richest country on the face of the earth, and you have to be doing all 3 jobs to make one. Yeah, because you and I are not a part of this place. Continue.
For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
Their falling away first must come before that day of total deception. And it's happening now, right? People are seeing, brothers are seeing, which is why the truth has been growing. Brothers are seeing, and sisters are seeing that, hey, this man here is a deceiver. You see how him look, him is not the one we should be listening to. Even his own people are finding out. But because they, you know, this is an exclusive truth. The truth is exclusive to blacks, Hispanics, and Native. But a lot of them out there are listening to what we are saying and realizing that we are talking the truth, which is why I get so many boot kisses. They know. But the only thing they can do is wish you well. You know, kiss your boot and wish you well. And most time we preserve them that, you know, they can come and serve Christ. But you know, that falling away is on its way, and it's happening. And maybe it's completed now, which is why the war is pushing up. But while the war eat up and thing, more and more people are going to see the evil coming out. Continue.
And that the man, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Perdition. What does perdition mean again? What's the meaning of the word perdition? Let us see what you can Google it. So perdition 501. In Christian theology is a state of eternal punishment and damnation into which a sinful and unrepentant person passes after death. Nah. This other one, so what? she used her last banknote to buy herself a sperm before perdition. All right. So this definition number one there, that's something like more like purgatory. We're not talking about purgatory. The one we are talking about is destruction. All right. They're not. Oh, I think it's in the. Suppose you can find it in the thing here. The Zandovan. What his name was? This was called by Christ, son of perdition, Judas Iscariot. Yes, because that's destruction. That's what he did. That's what destroyed Christ. All right, son of perdition now. A phrase used to designate two men of the New Testament. Christ uses it in referring to Judas Iscariot. Right. Paul uses the same title in 2 Thessalonians, applying to it the man of sin, who is the Antichrist. It is derived from the custom among the Hebrews of noting a certain trait or characteristic in a person and then referring to him as the son of that trait. So it's a man who have a trait to what? To sin. And that's who? The same one that was born red. Right? The same one that believes that he has a decent civilization. That's the one who the Most High is after. The coming a civilization is out there, and the Most High is not gunning at any of them in the way that he's gunning at Esau. The Most High want to take him out, street and lane. Right? So this man, this devil, well, he's a devil, so I suppose he has the right to get it wrong. He's a devil.
Right.
All right, any other addition before we close out?
Go on, sir, if I may, sir.
Yes, you may.
So what's the flip side to the coin, sir? So something just springs to mind, sir. In the book of Isaiah, the 54th chapter, when the Lord's talking about the prophet's talking about an everlasting kindness. That God will redeem us through Yahawashi. He won't be pissed at us forever.
Right.
May I, sir? May we read a couple of the verses and you break them down?
All right.
Can I start at verse?
Hold on. What is it? Which book is it?
The book of Isaiah, the 54th chapter, sir. God, it's on topic because we've been talking about our judgments and the heathens' judgments, but we're still loved by God. The ones of us that are keeping His laws, statutes, and commandments, and like we iterate every week, we have these records for a reason. And in the 54th chapter, Isaiah's recorded that we will be redeemed, and he has an everlasting kindness, an everlasting fondness of the children of Israel. The ones that are keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. And this is one of my favorite chapters in the book of Isaiah, if I may, sir.
All right. Now you remember that what you read about the second death. All right. That is that's what comes. All right. What we are in now, which is called what they call it,
The grace period.
Grace period, right. Right in this grace period. Now, after the grace period, what do you think is going to come? Well,
Judgment.
Judgment. That which is coming is what Christ, is what Revelation tells about the second death. And that is those you Israelites who keep on giving trouble in this society. You all believe that, every nation is the same. God make every man, so every man is the same. The only people who say that is black people. The others tell you that, and they want to tell that to you, the black man, can want you to believe it, because he knows the benefit in you believing that, the benefit to him, right?
Yeah.
But when the Most High carry out there in the wilderness or wherever he have prepared to teach us his ways again, yeah, boy, we can only pray that we go through, because you think any of those, when I talk about Muslim of Sharia law, you think any of them law are rigid yet? You wait until you meet this one that Christ is coming. That is why he's coming to rule with a rod of iron. As a slipper slide. All right, continue.
Hold on, Khan, sir. Shall I start from verse 5, or would you prefer me to start from verse 1?
What is it you're getting at in this?
His everlasting kindness, sir. He'll never be finished with us, sir.
He's not finished with you. We know that. But that don't mean he's not kill out the bad ones. Which other verse the question is at?
It's Isaiah 54, sir. Okay, so from verse 1 to 4, he's talking about our desolation. And then from verse 5, he's talking about his everlasting love for us, his kindness for us.
Right, so you want to go from 5 to what? To 8?
Khan, sir.
Okay, let's have it.
5 to 10, sir.
5 to 10. All right, no sweat.
Khan. The book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 5. For thy maker is thine husband, the Lord of hosts is his name, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. The power of the whole earth shall he be called.
Right. Now, in a relationship, the husband provide what? Provide guidance, provide direction for the family. So the maker is thine husband, speaking to Israel, right? He is the one who provides guidance for us. He provides for us. Continue.
Khan, verse 6. For the Lord hath called thee as a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit, and a wife of youth, when thou wast refused, saith thy God.
Right. Now, Israel, the scripture tells you that men, the flock of the Most High's pastor is men. But here is it telling now he has called us as a woman, because our relationship with him, if you notice the scripture, when the Most High curses Israel, well, speak against Israel, he generally refers to us as like a whore, which is a relationship, a man and woman relationship, a man having a woman, and that woman keep on going out and sleep with other men while being in a relationship with him. Because we in a relationship with him as he is our God, but we keep on going out to other gods. So that's like whoredom. That's a relationship that we have with the Most High, like a male-female relationship. Continue.
Khan. Yeah, this is one of the verses, one of the key verses, sir. Salakia. Verse 7. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather.
Gather thee. Right, because 400 years that's a small moment. From we coming out of Egypt, there's no record of him forsaking us for this long. where we call on him and him not, send a prophet and say, okay, this is how I'm going to redeem you. It's already set in the scriptures.
Salakia, sir, for me.
Right.
Is he just talking about the 1/3 hopeful here?
No. He
So
said
how
for
many?
a small moment he had forsaken us, which is like while we were serving our time here under slavery. He didn't come for us. We were forsaken. That's a small moment.
Salakia, sir, if I may.
Yeah.
He says he's going to gather us. How many of Israel is he going to gather? Is he talking about the 1/3?
Well, that part you're talking. The gathering is for everybody, He's not picking out and say, you come, you come. Remember what Christ said, whosoever will may come. So it is you, the person who is going to decide that, I want to be in this. But when you take that amount from here, because there are some which he's going, many of our people who is going to get slaughtered will be slaughtered because they did not separate themselves from Esau and the other nations.
Right.
So, it's like think of them being caught in the crossfire because of their stubbornness. Just like COVID. Who first started dying with COVID? It wasn't us. How did our people start dying? Because we were mixing with Esau.
Right.
Same like the monkeypox. When you look at who had to run out and get the vaccine, and then you start hearing of black men having it. Why? You either mix with them directly or you're going to mix with people who were mixing with them. So that 2/3, many of them is going to die because, they are so intertwined with Esau and with the other nations. That's when the Most High strike them. Look how many of them. Who was the first ones to die in Esau military since this thing started? 3 Israelites. Right? This is how caught up we are with them. Understand?
Kind, sir.
All right. Read it. There's more.
Kind. Just three short verses, sir. Well, I'm just Salaki, if I may, sir. I'm just trying to establish a portion of Israel. Okay, I'll read verse 8, sir. In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith the Lord thy Redeemer.
Right. So this redemption that is coming, that's the everlasting kindness. And when he shows his kindness to us this time and take us out of here that we don't get destroyed by the bomb, he's not going to leave us again. That's what he's telling you.
Sir, if I may.
Yeah.
It says, in a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment. Is he talking 2,000 years since we was kicked out of Israel, 70 AD? Is he talking 400 years of captivity? What are we talking? What are we looking at here, sir?
More like the 400 years. All right. When we were kicked out of Egypt after the Romans invaded
Israel, sir, Salakia.
After they invaded Jerusalem, what happened? We were among them in Rome. We suffered a while, and then Rome collapsed. When Rome collapsed, we weren't suffering as much. And then, for the last 400 years, they came back out of the bottomless pit, and they rebuilt that Roman Empire. Which is why Revelation is the way it is, because it's talking about they are the ones who pressure us the most. right? I mean, look in America. Look at how many brothers supposed to have what you call them? What you call that thing again? Patent. Where you patent something and you continue to make money off it. It's just the other day I see something I learned that the spark plug was painted to some black man. He had the patent for it. Aeroplane was supposed to be patented to some black man. And the Wright brothers take it away. So end up with it. Right? You look at the music industry, right? So it's if it wasn't for Esau in this kingdom, we wouldn't be suffering the way we are suffering. Our suffering would be just the most not sending the rain when he's supposed to send it, and we end up with drought, sending famine on us and all that. But what is happening now? When he turns his face from you, that's when the other nations take over. Every time that he turns his face from us, the other nations run in. Think of you having some goats or some sheep, and you're there watching over them. And then for a little while, you go away and leave them unattended. What do you think going to happen? What would happen if you do that?
Somebody would take them, sir.
Right. Wild animals would come and, snatch a sheep or two. It's the same thing. When the Mosai stop watching over us, that's when the other nation come and take disadvantage of us. Just like in Jamaica, I mean, Jamaicans running from Jamaica like wildfire. But the Chinese are running in. Why? They are coming in to set up business. It is so tight on us down here that, people can't even set up their own business down here. The government give them sweetheart deal and things that makes it favorable for them to come in and invest. While you were born here and things, you can't even sell on the beach. Right? That's because the Most High turn his face from us. So from time to time he does so. Not just one straight time or so, but from time to time. But the last time he did it, that was 400 years ago.
So that came for me.
Yeah.
And again, just to ride again off our way saying, and with the example, as you say when I read verse 9, it kind of clear, Anna, in the sense that everything that you're reading here in Isaiah 54 now is like he's showing the example. Even though he didn't give a literal time, now we want to look at it like that. Just as we say, this is the Lord's mercy that we're receiving right now. We had a time where we was punished, and we went through that period of time. And now we have a time now where you're going to come and redeem us, and you show that mercy on us. And this is the time that we're in right now, where the Most High God mercy is upon us, and He redeeming us or bringing me back out at a condition. And that when I read, you can do it and read verse 9, Babu Bashar.
God, verse 9. For this is as the waters of Noah unto me.
Right. So now we gain again a literal example. Something that happened in the past. Right? This is why he say, for this is as the waters of Noah unto me. Go ahead.
God. For as I have sworn that the waters of Noah should no more go over the earth.
Right. So now this is where he say. Remember now, this is the Most High God, and He is the one who in control, as we say, our dominance, our ruler over the earth. Right? So now I say, for as I have sworn, because now this is something that He promised. This is something that he promised. And that's why he say, hey, this promise belongs to who? To us, not to everybody. Go ahead.
Khan. So have I sworn that I would not be wroth with thee, nor rebuke thee.
Go ahead.
Khan, verse 10. For the mountains shall depart, and the hills be removed.
Right.
But my time,
Right. So now he's showing you something now that is we see it happening right now. What we see happening right now to all, as we say, these world leaders or these governments and them that rule over this place. Go ahead.
Khan,
We seen happening to them.
So like sir, including our government, we have none.
Right.
As Israelites. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
Khan. But my kindness shall not depart from thee, neither shall the covenant of my peace be removed,
See?
saith the Lord, that hath
See?
mercy on thee.
You see? This is something that was promised. This is a covenant.
Right.
This belong to us. And every time, as we see from read from verse 1 and we come straight down, it's showing you the ins and out. And again, as you say, just like again, that one flow, that one spirit through the records. And this is why now again, it's like we say now and we having a conversation and somebody that doesn't belong to our family, as we say, or coming and trying to teach us this. Now, for them to explain this, now they will have to come up with some kind of, as we say, some kind of evil or wicked, as we say, the demise or something to sway us or move us away from the truth. And this is where religion step in. Now, again, this is now why it's so important, again, as we had this conversation now, as black men, Hispanic men, Native Indian men, the children or the chosen people of the Lord, showing that the Lord had made a what? He had a covenant with us. We was the only people who had that covenant by blood. And this is why, again, it's so important that we always tell brothers, come to class, come to school. Even though you can't make it, join the online class. Type in your name, type in your questions, because it's important now, because now the platform that we on now, just as the scripture said, the Lord will use, as you see, use this time, the earth to help the woman. And this is the time that we in now. So even though our brother might make it a class physically, now we can come online and he fighting something. Just like our brother coming to class now, fighting something until, again, the Most High God open up that way. Just as we say, make haste. As we hear this, now we make haste to do what? To make that change within ourselves. Yes, like it.
THAWADAH, sir.
And the man. Right.
So does that answer your questions?
Khan, sir.
Right. So it's not. I know. We have a tendency most time to put some time frame, but it happens on and off. Right. The chastising is not necessarily. The time we left Jerusalem, it wasn't only until that time of the Renaissance that the Most High turned his face from us. During that 2,000 years, he did it incrementally, but this was the longest one, for sure. But he's now saying that he will not do it again. Think of a child that you have that you punish so harsh that it make you feel bad. You punish that child so harsh and so hard that when you look back on the child, you say, no, we not treat him so well. It breaks your own heart. I remember Christ, the Most High say he repented him that he did all this to his people, And like when I look back and say, what have I done? What's the word he used again? He has done what to his inheritance. I forgot the word he used. But He himself is sorry for whipping you so hard. Whip you so hard that he feel bad. All right. Questions, comments? Any closing thing from you, Officer Sawa? Huh? Hello?
Yeah, Salakia. Yeah, man.
Yeah, here you know.
Right, yeah, Salakia about that. My mic was on mute. Again, just a reminder to the brothers and sisters, check out, our webpage, our social media page, I.S.U.P.K Jamaica, I.S.U.P.K UK, I.S.U.P.K Trinidad and Tobago. And, as we continue to bring this reminder, we, tell brothers again and sisters that it's so important right now, especially in this time, where the Most High God, is doing something in the earth, and is redeeming or bringing these people out of our condition again for over a period of time that we serve under oppressor. And this is why, it's so important that we should always, log in. And if the opportunity come, as we say, and we can get in class physically, come to class. Come to class. Because it's important. And because now in here, you'll understand and learn your true culture, your true heritage, who you are. And, not based on religion, that you're in a group or whatever, but this is who he is by blood. Right?
That's
Again,
right.
this time is upon us, and, these is reminders unto us. Yes, yeah.
All right, so we're going into the prayers. So if we can say the Lord's Prayer and the curses and the power. Let's see if we can say them all. The ones that we know say here in I.S.U.P.K Jamaica. All right. So with that, pass the class to Officer YAHANNA.
Clap it up, Officer Badawan. These are the security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3 and 8 to 10, means a tenth in the Hebrew, Ma'aya Shara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Pay your tithes, Israel. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher, priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, the feast of Purim, the 22nd of February, 23rd of February, back-to-back days. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black pants, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, we're going to speak the Lord's Prayer first in the English, first in the Hebrew, Salakia, and then in the English. Men of Israel, I Muslim. Sa, which means turn and face the east. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Quadash.
Quadash.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Dahoa.
Hawa.
Malakwatka. Saba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Ba'ashamayim, Nathan Lanoa, Lakam, Kal Yuwam, Wasalak Lanoa, Kawabwath Noah, Wasalak Noah, Kawabwath Yanoah,
How about you now?
Wala'a,
Wala.
Dabaya'a Noah,
Tabi now.
Wanasayawan,
Bansa one.
Abal,
Abal.
Amshai Noah,
Oshai now.
Mayan, Rai,
Mayan. Rai.
Kaya,
Kaya.
Laka,
Laka.
Hamalakwath,
Malakwa.
Waha'Allah,
Wala.
Wahatha Pa'arath,
Wataparat.
La'ai Walamyam,
I will
Aman.
man.
In English. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh.
Our Father
Our
which art
Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy
thy will be
kingdom
done
come,
as
thy
it is
will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts.
Give us this day our
Give
daily
us this
bread
day
and
our
forgive us.
daily bread and forgive us our debts,
As we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
And lead us not
And lead
temptation,
us
but
not
deliver us
into
from evil.
temptation, but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom and the power.
For thine is the kingdom
Thine
and the
is the
power
kingdom and the power
And the glory.
and the glory.
and the glory.
Forever so be.
Forever shall be it.
Forever so be it.
Alright, prayer for the
Attack
curse.
the power.
Prayer for the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth and all things living.
Blessed are you, our
Blessed
King of
are
heaven
you,
and earth.
Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living.
Yahweh,
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 in the name of Yahweh Shai.
name of Yahweh
in the
Shai.
name of Yahweh,
Listen to us now,
Listen to us
listen
now,
to us now,
right now.
right now.
right now.
Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction
Send evils and
The
curses and
evils and
punishment
curses and punishment and destruction
to the heathen
to the
to
heathen
the heathen
that speak against us, thy prophets,
that speak
that
against us,
speak
thy
against us, thy prophets,
the teachers,
the
teachers,
teachers,
the princes,
the
princes,
princes,
the priests,
priests,
the priests,
the Israelite brothers and the school.
Israelite
the
brothers and
Israelite brothers and the school.
Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the
send
heathen
evils and curses and punishment and
Evils and
destruction
curses and punishment and destruction to the
heathen,
to the heathen,
heathen.
and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school.
and shake
And
loose the
she
treasure
loosed the treasure of the rich of Israel that refused to give to the school.
Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary.
Force their riches to
That's
enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites,
send evil and
And
curses
evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites
and the nations,
and the
and
nations,
the nations
and their drug dealers,
drug
and their drug dealers,
the court system,
court
the
system,
court system,
the prison system,
prison
the
system,
prison system,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our enemies,
all the
the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Amalek
Amalek
synagogues and armies,
synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic
Roman
Church,
Catholic Church,
the Pope,
Pope,
Islam,
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 Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
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 militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux
Ku
Klan,
Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
Skinheads,
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 Posse Comitazi,
Posse Comitazi,
the gay movement,
the gay movement,
the lesbian movement,
the lesbian movement,
spies,
spies,
workers of witchcraft,
workers of witchcraft,
NASA space programs,
NASA space program,
Army,
Army,
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marines,
Wall Street.
Wall Street,
Open up the internet and the airways,
open up the internet and the airways,
the cable access channels and the radio channels.
the cable access channels and the radio channels.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us.
Convict the spirits of any of thy people that seek to stop us.
And bring swift destruction to all the heathen
And bring swift destruction to all the heathen
that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words
that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Through the earth.
through the earth,
And consume them.
and consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief
and the murderer.
Let Yahweh, Michael, and Gabriel.
Let Yahweh,
Michael, and Gabriel
come down with the flying saucer and punish.
Come down with the flying saucer.
Come down with the flying saucers.
And punish all the heathens.
And punish all the heathens.
That come up against us as we speak thy word.
That come up against us as
we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by
all.
That it is the angels that have done it.
That the angels
that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media.
Cause it to spread through the media.
Throughout the world. Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to
shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahweh. Thank you always, so be it.
Thank you
always, so be it. Men of Israel, turn and face Officer Abadu one. We're going to give the teacher one courtesy salute.
Prayer for the power.
Hakak the power.
Right.
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Bashim
Shai.
Baba Kasha. Nathan Lanoa.
Hakak.
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 Hakak. What was up?
Start getting in trouble. Like this records. Hakak. Oh. All right, let me continue. Lara Pa'a.
Lara.
Kalmakala.
Kalmakala.
Wakal Madawa.
Hakak.
Wakal Madawa. Hakak.
Irakawath.
Atamayala.
Son.
Basham Yawashai.
Basham Yawashai.
THAWADAH. All right, in English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power.
Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power.
Power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease.
The power to heal all manner of sickness and all
manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
Power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
Cast them out in the name of Yahushua.
Cast them out in the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, Soviet.
Thank you, Soviet.
Thank you, so be it.
All right, bless Israel.
So, like, you must have dipped out there, sir.
Yeah. Bless Israel now and then close up.
God, Khan, you want bless Israel, sir?
Khan.
God, Khan. Yehovah Hashem Yahushai.
Yahweh Hashem Shai.
What about Shalom?
How about Hashem Yahushai?
Yehovah Hashem Yahushai.
Please again.
Barak Lano.
Barak Lanawa.
Wayasharala. Wahab Bayaf. Saparium. Barak. Rapa. Magan Hagan.
Hagan.
The 1/3 hopeful and the 144,000 elect.
1/3 hopeful and 144,000 elect.
Bahashim Yahushai. THAWADAH Aman.
All right, what you have just said in English. Lord, in the name of Yahushua, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, sheep, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahushua. Thank you, Soviet.
Israel, turn and face Officer Abadawan. We're going to give the Officer Abadawan one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I'm Mariam. I'm Mariam Shabbat. I'm Mariam. Barak. Yehovah Hashem Yahushai Brakatah.
Yehovah Hashem Yahushai Brakatah.
Sir, turn and face the sisters. We're going to give the sisters one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I'm Mariam. I'm Mariam. Barak.
Yahweh Shema Basha.
Yahweh Shema Eladaba Hashem Yahushai.
Yahweh Shema Eladaba Hashem Yahushai.
Yad Yamata. Class dismissed. THAWADAH Adoniyam. Yehovah Hashem Yahushai Brakatom.
Yehovah Hashem Yahushai Brakatom. All right. So, to our brothers, sisters online, remember, pay your tithes. Remember, let me see if I can find what this share screen. Remember the Passover coming up. If you're in Jamaica, you can't make it, you can go to ISUPK.com. You make a contribution same way. All right, so let me see now.
Hey, what I know about we? How them attack?
Hold on.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General YAHANNA, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General YAHANNA is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom. School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General YAHANNA, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General YAHANNA is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.